Meditation on 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time. On August 7th, 2022. Sailing beyond the horizon. Even though the humidity and temperature have risen since August, we will be able to endure the current heat because we have the unwavering hope of the coming fall someday. Physical health, including body temperature, is important, but our soul also needs wisdom to maintain the level of temperature. Even for me, there are times when a lot of thoughts trouble my mind, while an unorganized anguish tells me that the soul needs to find a shelter. There are times when I fear that human anxiety and vagueness may become painful scars. When that happens, I always look for the calm sea that sits in the lowest place without saying a word. When I focus on the place where the endless horizon meets the sky, the distant longing and the dreams engraved on the other side come flooding my mind. And the hope that the end of my life to come someday will reach the sky like the landscape is also added. All of a sudden, when I stood on the beach where the surf left a trace, it came to my mind that the word beach includes the meaning of the end of the sea. The end will be the meaning of arrival for those returning from a long voyage, and will be remembered as the starting point for those who are just about to depart. In this way, I thought that our life would be like a voyage between the end of the beginning and the end of the arrival. And in the end, I kept the fact that human beings are living beings between the two ends. More precisely, human beings can be said to be experiential beings who go through moments between the two ends. However, at the same time, even looking at the moment, it is impossible to comprehend the whole. Humans are also weak beings who cannot fully understand even the moment, such as a coming event or the reality and environment surrounding us. So, regardless of our intentions, we are all thrown into the present we did not want, and we have to solve the problems of reality. At the same time, because everything approaches unknown, it is also a being who lives in anxiety. However, at this time, unknown is not unknowable, but not yet known. Here, it is faith that brings the wisdom that the times of life add, and the understanding that goes beyond that wisdom. Faith is the basis of courage to not give up, even when the voyage begins and goes through the unknown uncertainty. Faith is the realization of what is hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Even if the steps we take now seem to lie in an unfathomable mist, faith can give us the confidence to trust in God's merciful hand. It is because I am confident that, even if it is not revealed now, I will be able to give thanks and praise when I look back on this moment in the future. Neither worldly knowledge nor power, status, or material abundance can protect the meaning and essence of life. I would like to humbly acknowledge that we are an intermediate being, that we must constantly search for and find the meaning of life. Of course, we are not God, nor are we perfect beings. Rather, we are just one person who needs to grow and mature together with an open mind and spirit to one another. All these died in faith, They acknowledged themselves to be strangers and aliens on earth. For those who speak thus, show that they are seeking a homeland. What is the meaning of our life? First, we must accept that we are dying in faith. That is, we are not forever. As strangers in this world, we are not perfect people, but people who find our way to the end. And we are not vaguely wandering vagabonds or wanderers, but people who wish to be awake about our homeland. What are we longing for in that love sea? Are you preoccupied with the momentary, the joy that elicits the senses? On the other hand, the hope of an eternal kingdom is not just a vain dream beyond. Rather, based on this hope, we get the driving force to be faithful to the present we are moving forward. And this hope is a sufficient reason for the struggle to find meaning. A man of hope has no reason to give up. Do not be afraid any longer, little flock, for your Father is pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your belongings and give alms. Provide money bags for yourselves that do not wear out, an inexhaustible treasure in heaven. Selling is not an end in itself. I would rather say that the purpose is to face the strong winds and rain, to get along with everything that surrounds me, such as waves, ocean currents, and temperature changes, and to overcome them. In such a process, we will be able to see what kind of being we are made of. If you choose to give your everything as a gift that does not ask for anything in return when continuing the voyage of life, that is true poverty. Also, living consistently with that orientation will explain who have you been. Life is a journey in which every moment is accumulated and converges in the name of life itself. Eventually, all this my and your history will become the material of the riches to be given to the kingdom of God. You also must be prepared, for at an hour you do not expect, the Son of Man will come. I pray that you will not live a life in vain, meaninglessly wasting only with vague anxiety. I pray that you will continue your blessed voyage as a person who holds the hope firmly and bears the fruit of love that is full of sincerity. I promise not to back down out of fear of people or become powerless in the face of man-made authoritarian powers in the community. Rather than succumb to the hasty judgments and outrageous criticisms of the world, I sincerely hope that you will be able to live a life where you can freely give back everything you have received from the Lord. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. There is no regret in a life of giving everything with perfect love. The path to choose such a life willingly is the vocation to go to, the answer that must be completed as a disciple of the Lord. No matter what the dangers and wounds of strong waves may be. That is the law of God. The holy children were putting into effect with one accord the divine institution, so that your holy ones should share alike the same blessings and dangers. In this way, beyond the horizon and reaching the sky, I am trying to sail to the end with hope. Why not grab the kids and paddle together? Faith will keep that hope alive.